Did you literally just say that was for the police's benefit?
That's literally what I said. I marked the box for the police's benefit so that I could find it again when the police came back.
For what?
Well, I sort of thought that if the police didn't find something, they would want to come back and re-interview, and I would be able to show them things. I thought the fact that all they had was Stan's phone and not a computer from us they may have reached a dead end and said, Mrs. Brophy, is there anything you can give us that would help? Any electronic equipment? Anything else? So I was kind of in my mind making a list. At that point, silly me, since I believed I didn't kill my husband, I didn't think I was a serious suspect.
Despite you telling people that you were?
I told people I was the suspect because it's always the wife.
All right, Chase, what do you got?
This is going to be a good one. I think one thing in here, she almost accidentally calls herself a witness.
I didn't think I was a witness,
instead of a suspect.
Suspect.
Which I think is weird, but there's an even bigger one here. And this is the phrase, I believed I didn't kill my husband.
At that point, silly me, since I believed I didn't kill my husband.
It's not that it's a fact. It's just a belief that she has. And right here, there's a single shoulder shrug just before this. There's a strong increase in her loss of fluency here. Her cognitive load's up because there's some deception going on, most likely. And you can see this with the sudden shift in posture and hand hiding and an eyebrow raise for special approval for this thing right here. There's a ton of stuff in here. I'm sure you guys will unpack. Scott?
All right. Now we're starting to see things change a little bit. We're seeing bigger illustrators. We're seeing her hands come up and using those as her illustrators are the way your brain emphasizes specific words or phrases. And that's what we're talking about when we all say illustrators. And this is because she's confident and prepared for this. She's thought about this question. I'm sure her attorney brought this question up, and so she's ready for it. She's got her answer, and so she delivers it.
I marked the box for the police's benefit so that I could find it again when the police came back.
She's expecting the police to come back. That's why she's ready for this, because she knows they'll be back, because she knows there's nobody else out there that killed this guy, because it was her. So she's ready for that. And when she's deconflicting this, he starts asking other questions that she's not prepared for, just like he did in the other ones. And there's an imbalance with her body language at this point because her indignance and her body language aren't saying the same thing. Her being indignant and all, her head should come forward with her eyebrows knitted like this instead of up and back like this as she's being indignant. That suggests more arrogance than indignance for this, where it should be different. So that imbalance there lets us know that she's actually stepped in something and she's trying to get out of it and to have a little problem getting away. Mark, what do you got?
Yeah. So look, I mean, if we didn't know that she'd killed her husband, I mean, or at least, she'd been convicted of that, the first two videos you'd probably be kind of interested in. But by the time it comes to this third video, you are kind of, oh, well, yeah, clearly, because there is such a mass of signals that suggest deception, and the questioning at that point has got more incisive. So look, there are a number of pronounced single shoulder shrugs. However, just to your point, Chase, there is one that comes, it's actually a little bit smaller than the other pronounced ones, along with a tongue jut as well, which we often put alongside the idea of kind of pushing food out of your mouth. Something is distasteful. Something isn't good about what's going on. There's an adapter there stroking the back of a hand that comes at the same time. That the head springs back at that point. There's lip compression as well, and a loss of fluency in that the words and the ideas become more staccato. It's not fluid anymore. And all of this around, I didn't think I was a serious suspect.
I didn't think I was a serious suspect.
So clearly we'd put alongside that, yeah, you did think you were a very serious suspect. In fact, you were the only suspect because you did this. Chase, what do you got on this one?
Greg, what do you got?
Oh, hang on. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
Greg, what do you got?
Yeah. So, guys, you covered most everything I have. And Chase, I was right on with you. The same things. The single biggest shoulder shrug I may have ever seen in all these shows we've done was when she was saying that after that, so I could find it again. However, I don't think she stumbled into this. I think she used a very artful tool. She used a provocative statement saying, I labeled the boxes so I could find them later for the police, hoping that he would step into her iterative storytelling. Look, guys, I would say if you're a lawyer and you're trying to decide whether to put your person on the stand or not, and you're not sure, call us. This is not a good move because this is 1 hour. All of this video we're going to show you came out of 1 hour. She's on the stand for many hours. What she does is she starts to iteratively storytell, and she's selling the hell out of what she's written in this manuscript that she plans to talk about this. So she's comfortable until a couple of things start to fall away. And then you're dead. The other one I love, Chase, is that when she says, I believed I didn't kill my husband. I believed. Then there's a lot of movement, stammering as she starts to say that. And then she goes to serious suspect. That's her brain playing squirrel in the road, moving around. But because she's older, she doesn't move as much. She doesn't stammer quite as rapidly. She doesn't move quite as much as a younger person might. And then at the very end, there's a silent mouthing again. She goes, somebody who can read lips, if you could tell what she's saying, please write it in the comments because she does it several times in here. I think it's for the good of counsel, not sure, but she also has hearing issues, so don't know. But yeah, this is a really starting to come apart story. And if you felt like you had a good candidate to put on the stand, you don't know what you're doing. Call us. That's it.
Did you literally just say that was for the police's benefit?
That was literally what I said. I marked the box for the police's benefit so that I could find it again when the police came back.
For what?
Well, I sort of thought that if the police didn't find something, they would want to come back and re-interview, and I would be able to show them things. I thought the fact that all they had was Stan's phone and not a computer premise they may have reached a dead end and said, Mrs. Brophy, is there anything you can give us that would help? Any electronic equipment? Anything else? So I was kind of in my mind making a list. At that point, silly me, since I believed I didn't kill my husband, I didn't think I was a serious suspect.
Despite you telling people that you were.
I told people I was the suspect because it's always the wife.
Right.
If you like this video, get the full body language breakdown and analysis on our main channel by clicking this video right here.